Let's begin. Today's lesson is A63, solving problems with fractions. What's our objective, class? Get ready?
Solving problems with fractions.
Very good. So yeah, a couple of days ago we had equations that had decimals, and we learned how to clear the decimals to make whole numbers or integers, and then we solved for x. Today we're going to take equations that look like this with fractions, and we're going to learn how to get rid of the fraction and then easily solve the equation. So we're going to clear the fraction. First step, find the LCM. Remember, the LCM stands for lowest common multiple. That's the LCM. What is it called? Get ready?
Lowest common multiple.
Good. Lowest common multiple, or LCM. So we look at our denominators, 3, 2, and 4. And we're going to make a list of all the multiples of 3. So we go 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Help me do the multiples of 2, starting with 2. Ready?
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
And last one. Okay, that's probably enough. Multiples of 4, starting with 4. Ready?
4, 8, 12, 16, 24.
One more?
28.
All right. So how do we know when to stop? As soon as you see a number that's in all 3 lists, you can stop. We want the lowest number that's in all 3 lists. What do you see? Liesl?
I see 12.
She sees 12. 12. Here's a 12, and here's a 12. It's in all 3, and it's the lowest one that's common to all 3. So 12 is our LCM. So what we're going to do is take that LCM, and we're going to multiply everything by 12. Now, if you're a good mental arithmetic person, I'm going to show you the shortcut way. If you're not quite there with your mental arithmetic, I'll show you how to write it out. Ethan?
Can you just do it like you add 1/2 and then you add 2/4 on that side and then you just multiply that?
Great question. He says, can you do it without doing all these steps? Yes, you can. I could add the half and then divide by 5/3. So if you're good at fractions, you can totally do that. If you want to get rid of fractions, this way works really good. So the mental way, I would distribute the 12 to this one and to this one. So I would go, hey, my 3 would divide into 12 4 times. 4 times 5 is 20. I just got rid of the fraction. That's skipping a little bit of steps, but if you can follow, here's the advanced way. 12 times 1/2, well, what's 1/2 of 12? That's 6, right? Or think 2 goes into 12 6 times. So you got minus 6. Copy my equal sign down. 4 goes into 12 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. That was the really quick mental arithmetic way. Let me show you the slower way that works. We're going to times 12 times the first term, right here. Then we're going to times 12 times the second term, which is 1/2. So remember, we distribute. Remember the formula, it says A times B minus C would give you A times B minus A times C. Remember, you do both terms. Then I've got my equal sign. And then 3/4 times 12. We'll write that out. Okay. Then, to cancel all these fractions, I go, oh, hey, 3 and 12, that counts as 4. Right? 3 goes into 12 4 times. 2 goes into 12 6 times. 4 goes into 12 3 times. Now I just multiply. 4 times 5 is 20x. 6 times 1 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. So this way I wrote it all out. I got the same answer. So if you can do this mentally, you can go right to that step. If you need to write it out, here's that step. Okay, from here, we're going to go back to what we learned previously of isolating x. What do we need to do? Get ready?
Isolate x.
Isolate x. It's an onion. X is in the middle of the onion. The only way to get to x is peel the outermost layer. So my outermost layer is farthest away from x, which is the -6. Inverse operation says to do the opposite. Gone. Whoops. Chucked my blue marker down. So we're going to get 20x, that's gone, equals 15. I still need to isolate x. So we're going to get rid of the 20. What's 20 doing to the x? Anna? It's multiplying. What should I do to get rid of it? Divide. We're going to do the opposite. So I divide both sides by 20. 20's cancel. X is now alone. And I get 15/20ths. Can we reduce that? 5 goes into each of these. 5 would go in 3 times. So I got 3 on top and a 4 on the bottom. So my answer is 3/4, and I leave my answer in the form of a fraction because the question is in the form of a fraction, so it's okay to just stop there. Kaylee?
Why can't we just do it regular, like add 1/2 to both sides?
It's way easier and it works.
That's what Ethan had asked earlier. He said, can I just leave it in fraction form? Yes, you can. If you're not good at fractions, you might like this way. You'll see in a couple more examples that sometimes it is faster to do it this way. So let's try this one. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. We've got 5/3 equals 2x minus 1. So I'm gonna find my LCM. My multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9, 12. Multiples of 2, 2, 4, 6, 8. Looks like I've got something common already. 6 and 6. I had another student suggest, couldn't I think of getting a common denominator and 6 is my denominator? So they just, in their mind, thought, well, that'd be 6, so this would be 10. That's another way if you want to do it that way. I'm going to stick to the one way I showed you. Multiply both sides by 6. So now we're going to do 3. Oh, I just lost connection. Let's reconnect. All right, so we're going to do 3 goes into 6 twice. 2 times 5 is 10. Give me a nod if you're okay so far with what I just did. Okay? All right. So now we're going to distribute the 6 here. Well, 6 times 2, that's 12. Don't have to do anything special there. 6 times 1/2, right? 6 over 1 times 1 over 2. My 2 is going to go into the 6 3 times. So now in my next step, I can write 10 equals 12x minus 3. Now I'm back to the old stuff, isolating x. So we're going to add 3 to both sides. Start farthest away from the x. Using inverse operations to keep a balanced equation, I end up with, I got too many markers, 13 equals 12 times x. How would I isolate x now? Avery? Divide by what? 12. I've had students try to divide by 13 like that, and they won't cancel, will it? So good. Make sure the number you're trying to get rid of, use that number. Good. 12 gets canceled, turns into 1, and then our answer is x equals 13 twelfths. We box our answer. Any questions on that process? All right, let's let you guys try it. I want you to try my method of finding the LCM. If you can find the LCM in your mind, you might see it that fast because you're used to common denominators. You can do it. Multiply everything through by the LCM, and then end up with your equation, and then isolate x. Okay? Try that. Put your pencil up when you've got it. Okay, I walked around. Some of you had the right answer, but not everybody. I'd say less than half the class had the right answer, so we still need to get some help on this. Our LCM was 12. Is everyone agreeing? We all picked 12. Okay, good. Let's times everything by 12. Times everything by 12. If you want to go like this, 6 and 12 gives you a 2, so it's going to be 2 times 5. That's 10. Give me a nod if you got a 10 for your first term. Most of you did. Okay, good. And then now we're going to go, erase that, now we're going to go 12 times half. Can we just take half of 12? Which would be 6. It's minus, so minus 6, copy your x, copy your equal sign. And then 4 into 12, that's going to go 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. Most of you got to here. It's where you got after this, that's where you made your mistake. So I'm at least happy you got to here. That's the new material. So from here, I've got to peel back my onion layer. X is in the middle of the onion. The outermost peel is 10. Don't get rid of the 6 until you get rid of the 10, right? You can't dig into the onion until I go past the outer layer. Is it positive or negative? And I'm recording, I just want to make sure, right? Okay, good. The 10 is positive, so do the opposite. Subtract. Subtract. Gone. Copy down what's left. Vertically. Some of you are trying to skip all these steps and you're just jumbling a bunch of numbers all random and I can't follow your work. 9 minus 10 is negative 1. Like I've copied it straight down. Just copied it straight down. From this step, I gotta get rid of the negative 6. What would I do? Bo? Should I add 6? Should I divide by 6? Should I multiply by 6? Should I do something with a negative 6? How do I get rid of negative 6?
I think you should.
Pause. What's 6 doing to the x right now? Is it timesing or subtracting or adding?
Multiplying.
It's multiplying. What's the opposite of multiply?
Division.
Division. So I'm going to divide. That's how your decision making goes in your mind. You're going to divide by that number, both sides. Okay? Nod if you agree. Okay, good. Okay, the negatives turn positive, the 6's turn into 1. That gives me my x. Negatives turn positive, and my answer is 1/6. I saw a lot of people that got to here and they just put 6 as their answer. It's 1/6. Okay. How many of you got 1/6? Raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, that's like less than a fourth of you. So we're still struggling on this concept. I'm going to give you 2 practice problems on the practice set after you stand up and take a break.